moves along, and he's very fit. He's the only guy I've...
Not so much since I'm serious about my work. I want to punch holes in them tomorrow and teach them a lesson. We've done everything we've done in camp to prepare for what he brings. We're wary, we're cautious.
Joseph Parker, power, precision, and a heavyweight reborn. Derek Chisora couldn't believe his eyes when Joseph Parker stepped on the scales. The former heavyweight contender, who shared 24 brutal rounds of war with the Kiwi, was visibly stunned. And who could blame him? Parker weighed in at a sculpted 262 pounds of pure...
You know, for me, we trained to be fit. It was just every day was like, we're not gonna do boxing, we're gonna do fitness. Because where he beats you is fitness. It just takes you, he starts off slowly and going in, and it gets harder and harder.
Functional muscle, nearly 20 heavier than Fabio Wardley's 242. But it wasn't just the physical transformation that caught attention, it was the message. Every inch of that rebuilt frame spoke of discipline, hunger, and obsession. Chisora knows exactly what that...
Wrong. You don't box this guy. It's like... How can I explain it to you in a way you understand? You can't box him.
He's just too good.
He's just unbelievable great. Yeah, forget good, he's amazing.
That means he's felt Parker's pressure, tasted his precision, and lived through the relentless rhythm that defines him. Everybody gets it wrong, Chisora said, still shaking his head. You can't box this guy. He's just too good. Forget good, he's amazing.
Just another battle, you know? He's in great shape. He's just fine form, he looks good in the gym. So everything's on course, yeah. Fabio's undefeated. He's an interim WBA champion. So he's one of the top contenders in the world, you know. He just
amazing. That's not flattery. It's respect earned through pain. Derek has seen firsthand how Parker controls not just exchanges, but entire fights. For Parker, it's never just about throwing punches. It's about dictating every second inside the ropes.
Great fight between the two of them. I think for Joseph Parker, Joseph Parker just has to beat him. And this is more the question about Fabio Wardley. Is Fabio Wardley on the rise? Is he going to really make a massive dent or a difference? And this is opportunity to show if he can.
A man reborn under Andy Lee. This version of Joseph Parker looks like a fighter reborn. Stronger, sharper, calmer. His transformation under trainer Andy Lee has been nothing short of remarkable. Lee's influence isn't about pressure.
Yeah, potentially, but based on paper, Fabio shouldn't be standing there with Joseph Parker, on paper. But guess what? He is. Absolutely. Yeah, he's got the dog in him, man. And every time he steps up, they said, oh, he's too far, bridge too far. Every time he's come up trumps. And I don't believe anything changes tomorrow night.
It's about progression. Every movement, every choice is part of a long-term design for greatness. As Johnny Nelson put it best, the pressure isn't on Joseph Parker, it's on Fabio Wardley. Parker's been here before, under the brightest lights and against the most dangerous men in the world. He's proven, polished, and composed. Wardley, meanwhile, walks in...
It doesn't really matter what anyone says. I just want to get this fight done and then move on to the next big fight. But for now, this is the biggest fight in my career. If I don't get this right, there's no point in me talking about no other fight.
To the defining test of his career, a fight that could either elevate him to the elite or expose the gulf between contender and champion. Experience breeds composure, trainer. Don Charles, a man who's guided heavyweights through wars,
It is a good fight.
Parker Wardley, I'm actually looking forward to that. I think Parker does it with the experience and the skills and that.
I think he overcomes, but I think it's too big of a
Wardley punches hard. Wardley punches hard enough to make it a fight and then drag him in.
Gives Wardley his due, heart, grit, and an unbreakable will. But he's blunt about the facts. Parker's resume is leagues above, he said. His experience spans the heavyweight elite. Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz Jr. That kind of exposure breeds composure. Wardley.
This is the one. He's too quick, he's too fast, he's got too much experience, but look, I haven't been beat yet, and nothing's going to change tomorrow night.
He might have the dog, but Parker's got the pedigree. And when the bell rings, instinct meets intelligence, a dangerous combination that's made Parker thrive under fire. If history has taught boxing anything, it's that raw hunger rarely beats refined skill. Parker's journey from promising prospect to world champion, then through defeat and redemption, has been paved with lessons. Every setback became a stepping stone, every mistake a tool for evolution. That's the difference between experience and ambition. Calm, cold, and calculated. Parker's demeanor says everything. No
Great with a jab. He's defensive. He's a masterclass in it. He does everything really, really well, exceptionally well. But he's also tough. Never been down, never been put over, never really looked like he did.
theatrics, no trash talk, just mission mode. His mindset mirrors his physique. Disciplined, focused, and utterly dangerous. He knows what's at stake. One misstep could close the road back to the top, but that calm confidence isn't arrogance. It's earned. It's the composure of a man who's walked through storms and come out hardened, not humbled. Experience versus explosive youth. Tony Bellew captures that duality perfectly. He frames the bout as a collision between experience and explosive youth. Parker's composure and technical mastery, he argues.
It's a really good fight. You talk about styles gelling. It's a fight where the styles will gel. You know, Joe's on a great roll. I think he's won his last 3 now. Former world champion himself. Change of trainers. He's got a good trainer. He's got great rapport with Andy.
Should give him the edge. But Fabio's raw power makes every second dangerous. One mistake, one mistimed slip, and everything could change. Still, Bellew believes Parker's ring IQ and adaptability will carry him through. When chaos breaks out, he said, Parker knows how to navigate it. Fabio Wardley, to his credit, hasn't cracked once throughout the build-up. His confidence remains unshaken, exactly what you want from a man stepping into the biggest test of his life. He acknowledges Parker's speed and experience, but refuses to see himself as an underdog. That undefeated mindset is dangerous, but belief alone doesn't bridge the gap in class. It takes something extraordinary.
He relies on his power far too much. He hasn't brought enough to his game right now, and I thought he would have kicked on from that. If he's going to have any chance against Joseph Parker, then he can't just rely on that big right hand. Joseph Parker's a seasoned, well-schooled athlete.
Who hits hard.
Yeah, who hits hard. He's on a resurgence in terms of his confidence and where he is in boxing now, Parker. So it's
extraordinary to beat someone as complete as Joseph Parker. Technical brilliance and durability. When Carl Froch speaks, the boxing world listens. The former world champion doesn't hand out compliments lightly, but his praise for Parker is full of respect. He's one of the cleanest operators in the division, Froch said. Technically sharp, defensively aware, and offensively efficient. Froch highlights what many overlook, Parker's control of rhythm. He's not flashy, he's clinical. He reads distance, manipulates tempo, and dismantles opponents with precision rather than sheer power. But Froch saves his highest praise for Parker's toughness. In a sport defined by knockout.
Look at it now. It's a great venue for a weigh-in. It's unbelievable. And I'm sure they'll have a lot more here. A fantastic venue.
For sure. And this week, tell me about Parker. What have you made of Parker this week? There's been a few lines out of him. I'll smash you, this and that. You can tell
it's very uncharacteristic of Joe Parker to say things like that. But I noticed it yesterday. He had the needle a bit. He just wants to get on with the job at hand and show him how good he is. And perhaps he maybe feels a little bit disrespected by Fabio Wardley. But let me tell you, Fabio Wardley will pay for that tomorrow. That if there is any disrespect.
Parker's durability stands apart. He's never been dropped, not once. That statistic alone speaks volumes. Combine that granite chin with newfound physical strength, and you get a complete heavyweight, one who's not just hard to beat but almost impossible to break. Frank Warren. This is about control, not chaos. Promoter Frank Warren adds another layer of insight. He doesn't see this fight as a mismatch, but as a stylistic chess match. Parker's resurgence under Andy Lee has been, in his words, nothing short of impressive. 3 straight wins, renewed confidence, and an unmistakable sense of purpose. The chemistry between Parker and Lee is obvious, Warren explains. Smart footwork, measured aggression, patient setups, that's what makes him special. Wardley's natural brawling instincts could make things messy.
I don't think Fabio's got any pressure on him going into this. He's a big underdog. People expect Joseph Parker to win, rightfully so. They're talking about levels, and of course Joe's fought at a much higher level, and his momentum and his shape, and he's in a great place, Joe Parker, so he should win this fight. But Fabio...
But that's where Parker now excels, calm amid chaos. Warren frames it beautifully. This isn't about power or fame. It's about control, timing, and legacy. Duke McKenzie, one-dimensional offense gets punished. Veteran analyst Duke McKenzie doesn't mince words. He respects Wardley's power, but he's blunt. It won't be enough. Against someone as seasoned as Parker, he said, one-dimensional offense gets punished. Parker's balance, timing, and awareness are surgical tools that expose holes in fighters who rely purely on brute strength. McKenzie sees the fight for what it truly is, experience versus explosiveness. And that's the heart of this clash. Joseph Parker, refined, resilient, and rebuilt, meets Fabio Wardley, raw, hungry, and untested. When the bell rings, one brings experience, the other brings
he can punch very hard, you know, you only have to ask my face. He can really bang, and he's gritty. He's tough and he's gritty. You know, that's definitely his
energy. But in heavyweight boxing, only one survives when class meets chaos. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley, precision versus power, control versus chaos, discipline fuels peak performance, and Joseph Parker embodies that truth. Fabio Wardley might have mistaken Parker's quietness for softness, but that's a trap. Parker's silence isn't weakness, it's control. Every jab, every counter, every movement carries intent. Analyst Spencer Brown calls it motivation in its purest form. Parker isn't chasing headlines or hype. He's out to remind everyone that respect in boxing isn't given. It's earned through pain. With that mindset paired to his sculpted physique, this fight could quickly shift from competition to punishment. Pressure as a weapon. Adam Smith delivers the calmest take amid the noise. Fabio Wardley enters the ring with nothing to lose. Parker, however...
He looks happy, he looks fit, he looks sharp, he looks fast, and the truth is we're going to get the very best
carries expectation, but pressure has never been his weakness. It's his weapon. Smith points to the difference in pedigree. Parker's resume reads like a roll call of heavyweight royalty. Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Andy Ruiz Jr., Joe Joyce, a masterclass in experience. Fabio may be unbeaten, but he's untested at this altitude. Parker's confidence, Smith explains, isn't arrogance, it's comfort. He's been under the lights Wardley is just now walking into. Still, Smith tempers his conclusion with the reminder every boxing fan knows by heart. This is heavyweight boxing. One clean punch can rewrite the script. Fabio could shock the world, but logic and levels lean toward Joseph Parker. Experience meets power. Then there's Fraser Clark, a man who knows Fabio Wardley's power firsthand.
So all this fight comes to me. Can he do that against Parker? Parker should be winning most of the rounds. He should.
He's felt those punches and admits the force is real, but he also knows that power alone isn't enough. Parker's greatest weapons are timing, defense, and ring IQ, Clark explains. He doesn't just stand and trade. He dissects Parker, disrupts rhythm, punishes mistakes, and exposes openings the moment opponents start reaching. Clark respects Wardley's heart but understands the inevitable. Parker's ring craft will reveal the gaps. Fabio's punch can change a fight. Parker's control can decide it.